I'm going to talk today about co-created leadership, and this is relevant from a business perspective, and it's also very, very relevant from a personal perspective. So stick around. Let's talk about it from a business perspective, okay? And what I'm talking about here is when the people that you are leading feel so empowered themselves that we lift all boats, yeah? That the sum is greater than the parts contributed, yeah? Many of you will have experienced circumstances where you're working for a manager, for a boss who is fear-based, who is status-based, who is a micromanager perhaps, who doesn't particularly appreciate not looking like top dog. And you respond accordingly, yeah? So if this is an individual who tells you what to do and you are expected to do it, and if you contribute an idea, well, that might be interesting, but it could potentially be threatening to the manager because he didn't have the idea or she didn't have the idea, and it might be used against you if you give something creative, which feels like a good idea, but the end result turns out to be less than perfect. It might be used to stab you in the back. That sort of an idea. Or if your contributions that are beyond your job description result in a withered look, yeah, as if what on earth are you doing sort of thing. All of that. When you're on the receiving end of that, I know what happens, right? What happens is the people that you're working with, they deliver their pound of flesh. They give you, if you're lucky, what you paid for, and not a cent more, not an ounce of energy more. Because what's the point? Yeah, because you're treated like a bit of an idiot. You're treated a bit like a drone. And if you contribute, there's only downside, there's no upside. And you're going to be resented, and so on and so forth. And so you simply do what you're told and go home. Contrast that with a true leader, yeah, with a Marcus Aurelius, okay? You have, I'm putting you in the position now as the leader. You have knowledge, you have wisdom, you have experience, but you also have the wisdom to know that you don't know it all. So you're a bit of an authority figure, okay? You have a certain gravitas, you have an understanding which allows you to state what you think is the correct strategy to go forward to meet the goals of the group. But you encourage other people, because you don't know it all, to also give you their contributions. End result being, you end up working with a team of passionate evangelists. They feel as though they are creating or co-creating the future. They feel empowered. They feel relevant. They feel important. They feel like they have agency to control their future. And so they contribute. They contribute way, way beyond their job. And the end result is a kind of a joyous evangelical experience. And this is what companies desire, right? That's what they chase, because that's the way that you succeed. It's through the things that you don't know, not through the things that you do know. Those things most people know, yeah? It's that extra spark. It's the passion. It's the evangelical drive to succeed that creates the difference, that makes the difference. Okay, so that's kind of co-created leadership in a business perspective. But why does that matter in a personal perspective? Let's take this down to me, okay? So I'm a hypnotherapist. So if I dictate the therapeutic process, if I tell people, look, with all of my understanding, with my knowledge, with my experience, I know how to help you. Even if it helps, you're going to follow the same rules that we were talking about before. You're going to kind of do what you're supposed to do. You've paid for the session, so you're going to turn up and you're going to do it. But you're not going to feel particularly empowered. If instead, and I know this sounds a little strange, but if instead I bring a wealth of knowledge, I bring an experience of what has worked with other people, but I bring what shall we call it? a credible authenticity that says, I don't know it all. I don't know what's going on inside your mind. You know that better than I do. So I need your help. What I'll do is I will observe. I will open my peripheral vision as wide as I can go, and I will notice, one mouth, two ears sort of thing, two eyes. So when you do that, when you are receptive to what is potentially there, and you encourage the person that you are working with to develop their own sense of leadership, their own sense of contribution, they step up. So I'm expressing implicitly or explicitly that I do not know it all, that I'll do as much as I do know, but that I need your contribution to help you get through this thing. Whatever it may be, the challenge, the conflict, the conundrum. I'm now giving you freedom to express yourself. There's no risk in you expressing yourself. I've invited you to do so. So you can unburden, right? You can let things out on the table, perhaps things that normally you wouldn't talk about. That in itself is a wonderful thing. But the best thing, the most important thing, the thing that drives progress is that you come up with the extraordinary suggestions. You come up with the creative ideas. I might latch onto them. I might notice them, and I might feed them back to you over and over and over until that compounded information is ingrained in your system. But you earned it. You built it. You co-created it. It makes progress faster. It makes it far more long-standing. It makes it probably life-lasting because you earned it, because you kind of contributed blood, sweat, and tears to get there. And it is these life-changing experiences where you come across something which is, but you co-created it. They are the ones that get embedded upon your subconscious. Yeah? So ironically, my being the unhypnotist, the dehypnotist, the humble individual, it says he talking on YouTube, the humble individual, that's where you make the fastest, greatest, most impressive, most long-standing progress. Ha! Humility, yeah? It's good to know stuff, but one of the things that they say in Stoicism, the more you know, the more you realize how little you know, yeah? Your library might be expansive, but in the vast expanse of this, it is not even a peanut. I want to create passionate evangelists when I'm working with individuals. It's no good for me to be passionate about helping you. You need to feel passionate. You need to feel capable. You need to feel as if you have the freedom, the agency to contribute, to learn stuff that has meaningful impact on your life. Let's go even further now. Let's talk about persuasion, individuals' persuasion, okay? If I wish to persuade you, fake knows fake and real knows real. If I do this act of persuasion from my own neediness, from my own ego, to go back to the micromanager, you know it. You might not know it, but you know it at the back, and you respond accordingly. If I wish to persuade you of something, let's say that I have altruistic tendencies, that I'm doing it for your own good, I have to start from a position of humility. My credibility is based around the fact that I do not know it all. If I know everything, if I'm absolutely dead certain about something and I go out like a steam train telling the world, that may work for a little while. But there's a point at which it will run out of steam because I do not know everything, and there will be challenges that come up that I do not know. And if I'm doing this on my own and directing, the end result is I'm probably going to fall off my own cliff, to mix some metaphors. If we are co-creating, if I have a team, a band of brothers or sisters, we're all looking out for each other. We're all on each other's side. We're all heading in the right direction. We're all exposed to the same risks. We make progress which is above and beyond the contribution of each of our parts. That's it. That's all I want to say about co-creation. Yeah. If this is of interest, this is the sort of stuff that I'm wittering on about. Little nuggets of this seems to work for me and maybe you ought to try it. So if it's of interest, then subscribe, because there'll be many, many, many more videos that are similar to this. More importantly, if you like it or you dislike it or you wish to tweak it in certain ways, contact me, create a conversation with me. There's no point in me doing this as the individual who knows it all. That's boring. Plus, I don't know it all. I don't even know a third of it. I'm just trying in my own ham-fisted little way to contribute and make the world a better place. But that requires, we are relational beings. So contact me, let's start a conversation. All right, thanks for watching. Take care. And until next time, enjoy the vast expanse of all beautiful things.